The 2014 UIM Nations Cup Championship kicked off its fourth season in spectacular Doha, Qatar, the self-styled powerboating capital of the world. Doha is truly unique, a city of stark and breathtaking contrasts, where a vibrant, age-old culture, history, and tradition coexists alongside a modern hub of business, finance, and tourism. You can visit the downtown souk and explore its maze-like streets and alleys, or you can head toward the skyscraper-studded city center that's pulsating day and night. Qatar is a cosmopolitan Middle Eastern metropolis where people from almost literally all over the world live and work side by side. There's something for everyone here, from adventure sports to shopping and nightlife. Qatar is also fast emerging as a major international sports destination. Besides the Nations Cup, the city also hosts the UIM Aquabike and F1H2O World Championship Grand Prix. And in 2022, Qatar will host the FIFA World Cup. Six teams, 11 boats, and 14 drivers lined up for the second ever UIM Nations Cup Grand Prix of Qatar, the first round of the 2014 season. The home team, Team Qatar, once again features Khalid Al-Kuwari, a match race maestro, racing in his fourth Nations Cup event for Qatar. Up alongside Al-Kuwari is Abdullah Golam, who enters the Nations Cup for the first time.
No, it's an excellent experience. I mean, for the first time, I think I did quite well. My target is to finish the race safely and then take it step by step.
Team Italy is back, with the talented Stefano Pauletti leading the squad alongside Marco Gambi. They competed in Abu Dhabi last year, finishing runner-up, but they're in for the whole season here and keen for the world title. Last year's Qatar Grand Prix winners, Team Russia, are back alongside newcomers Belarus. 6 of their 7 drivers competed last year, and this year they're joined by youngster Andrei Ovchinnikov. The manager is former F1H2O racer Stanislav Kurtsanovsky of Russia.
I even manage 2 teams now, the Team Belarus and Team Russia. So like a team director, we have 7 pilots. We trained them in Italy and they participated in the National Cup last year, as you know. And we continue this program. So we have great plans in the future. We plan to participate in Rouen with the 2 boats. Then we go into Augustov and we're going to continue National Cup. And so we have very good, talented drivers. And yeah, so a lot of job and a lot of fun in the future.
Sure to cause a stir here in Doha is Team Malaysia, which features 2 brother drivers, Alfian bin Kadri and Mohammed Afende bin Kadri, both of whom have previous Nations Cup experience when they competed in Corfacan in 2012.
Everybody has equal boats, equal engines, so it shows that how competitive the drivers are. So on my first outing, I finished 3rd, so it's a good thing. So I'm looking forward for a good result this time. I think we should be doing good. We can be up there with the front runners and maybe give the hometown of Qatar something to cheer about in the competition.
Team Lebanon is back as well, featuring the Brazilian-Lebanese driver Lebos Chaguri, who's been a Nations Cup regular. The Grand Prix started off with the draw to see which teams and drivers would get which boats and propellers. These are stock boats, all have the same steering wheels and transmission, and teams can only customize the appearance of their boat with stickers or advertising. They all use the same stock Mercury Optimax engines and also the same 2 kinds of propellers. The time trials would not only determine the starting lineup of race 1, they would also determine the top 8 pairings in the match race, with first pairing 8th. Earlier in the day, strong winds and choppy seas played havoc with the race schedule, forcing officials to abandon the 1-hour official qualifying session after just 15 minutes.
We're just freezing the session for now. Water is too choppy. It's going to be too dangerous for the drivers, so all the boats are called back into the dock and on the shore.
In the afternoon, the remaining 45 minutes of the time trials was completed, even though conditions still weren't perfect with choppy seas. Mohammed bin Qadri was not complaining.
It's rough today, lots of roll, but I think it's going to be fun. We're going to be dancing on the water a lot today. Woohoo! 1 meter!
In a closely contested time trial, 6 of the 11 drivers posted times within 0.7 of a second of each other. Team Malaysia's Mohammed bin Qadri ran the most laps of any driver, eventually coming in 4th, just ahead of Team Qatar's experienced Khalid Al-Kuwari. Mohammed's brother Alfian bin Qadri managed 6th place, beating both Team Russia's Andrei Panyushkin by just 0.05 of a second, as well as Konstantin Ustinov, the Russian team having to settle for 7th and 8th place. But there was drama as Alfian bin Qadri barrel rolled 20 minutes into the session, bringing out the yellow flag. He was unhurt as he brought the boat back to the pontoon, but it was pretty badly beat up.
Doctor is there.
Alright.
Just go and have a word with him.
Yeah, my radio said 1 more second to pole. So 1 more second too much, I guess. Water conditions good. Boat's good. Just got caught by a slight, I don't know where it came from. But everything else is good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm going to see the doctor now.
Lebanon's Lebosh Chaguri also went out immediately after the restart at the same corner. Chaguri was not happy, and the damage on the boat would rule him out of the rest of the Grand Prix. Newcomer Abdullah Golam was more than 3 seconds behind 8th placed Ustinov. The big sensation was Team Belarus, with both drivers making the top 3, Ovchinnikov 2nd with a time of 50.03 seconds, and Vandyshev 3rd with a fastest lap of 50.13 seconds. Try as they might, they had no answer for the pace of Stefano Pauletti of Team Italy, who was the only driver to break the 50-second mark, winning pole with a time of 49.72 seconds. His Team Italy teammate Marco Gambi had problems and ended up in 11th spot. In the match race, 2 boats line up against each other for the best of 3 runs on a 2-pin alternate course with 1 short lap and 1 long lap. The first big matchup was between 2-time former match race winner Khalid Al-Kuwari of Qatar and Stefano Pauletti of Team Italy. Pauletti got the better of Al-Kuwari and then moved on into the final with a closely fought semi-final win over Belarus driver Roman Vandyshev. On the other side of the draw, Konstantin Ustinov of Team Russia made short shrift of Qatari Abdullah Golam, before then going on to beat Malaysia's Mohammed Afande bin Qadri, followed by Marco Gambi in the semi-finals, whom he beat on a near photo finish in the most tightly fought matchup yet. In the battle for third place, Roman Vandyshev edged out Marco Gambi before the two youngest drivers, Pauletti and Ustinov, went at it for the match race title. In the first heat, it was a close-fought race, but Pauletti came out trumps. In Heat 2, the tables were turned, and it was Ustinov who forced the final to a decider. Heat 3 was too close to call, both drivers going all out and turning tight. But in the end, it was Pauletti who held his nerve and came out with a well-deserved win. The match race results put Italy at the top of the standings with 43 points, giving them a 7-point advantage over Team Russia, with newcomers Belarus a further point adrift in third. With stormy conditions forecast, UIM officials had to decide whether to postpone the sprint races to the next day.
Well, for today we have extreme weather conditions. I take the decision to cancel so far the free practice. Our time frame is until 4 o'clock. If we can start something at 4 o'clock, we still have sunlight to make at least one of the races. This is the situation. Against weather we cannot do nothing, and I cannot release the drivers with these water conditions. So all the safety aspects must be respected, and we are waiting for the weather to help us.
The conditions didn't get any better, and the races were rescheduled for the following morning. The weather conditions were suitable for racing the next day, and teams were ready for Sprint Race 1. Team Lebanon was unable to start the race, as was Abdullah Golam of Team Qatar, reducing the starting grid to 9 boats. The race will be run on a 1.6-kilometer, 4-pin rectangular circuit with 2 long and 2 shorter straightaways. The race is on! Stefano Pauletti in pole, having a slow start as the 2 Belarusian boats to his right jump to the lead, literally from the get-go, with Andrei Ovchinnikov in number 10 first to the commitment buoy. Pauletti gets some momentum going to climb back up into second ahead of Dmitry Vandyshev in the Belarus number 9 boat. Pauletti has the inside lane. He's right up there neck and neck with Ovchinnikov as they lead the fleet of 9 boats down to buoy number 2. Ovchinnikov in the lead there on that tricky buoy number 2 with a match race winner Pauletti right on his tail. Mohammed bin Kadri creeping up on Kitashev in boat number 4, but Kitashev accelerates and takes on Dmitry Vandyshev in number 9 before Vandyshev pushes ahead to ward off the Russian. Mohammed bin Kadri keeps his sights on Vandyshev, while Vandyshev's teammate continues to lead the race, but under close pursuit by Pauletti. Behind them, Vandyshev and Malkin continue to lock horns in their battle for 4th. The close friends are now bitter rivals out there, but Vandyshev stays ahead of the Russian. Further back, Alfian bin Kadri in the number 11 Malaysian boat, who's followed by Khalid Al-Kuwari of Qatar, who's locked in a duel with Mikhail Kitashev of Russia. Kitashev makes a move on Al-Kuwari down on buoy number 3 as the two go neck and neck across the 300-meter straightaway to buoy number 4, Al-Kuwari dropping back. In the lead, Ovchinnikov coming up on the number 1 buoy, enjoying the clear, clean, fast waters ahead of him. Coming around the turn, Dmitry Malkin gives chase to Dmitry Vandyshev of Belarus down the 500-meter chute to buoy 3. Malkin hits a crest and his equipment goes flying. Conditions remain very tough. Malkin keeps up the pressure on Vandyshev as they come down to buoy number 2. Malkin on the outside, seeing if he can get some extra speed on the clean water. Vandyshev stays tight on the inside as the two enter a drag race to buoy 3. Malkin pulling ahead, Van der Schaaf staying cool on the inside, knowing he has the distance advantage. But Malkin moves ahead, he's faster than Van der Schaaf, his outside line pays off, and he moves up to third. Things get worse for Van der Schaaf as Mohammed bin Qadri in the Malaysian number 12 boat closes the gap with a Belarusian and nudges ahead into fourth. A boat has gone over. It's the Russian number 3, Mikhail Kitashev. Russian manager Kurtsanovsky looks on as the choppy waters claims a boat, reducing the field to 8 boats. The Osprey rescue team brought an unharmed Kitashev back in as the race went under a yellow flag. The yellow flag bunch-up is an opportunity for drivers to get the jump on boats up front, with radio men having the crucial role of timing their driver's acceleration perfectly. UIM race commissioner Luis Ribeiro gives the green flag, the race is restarted. Ovchinnikov will have one eye on Stefano Pauletti behind him. Behind them, Mohammed bin Qadri in a three-way duel with the two Dimitris, Malkin of Russia and Van der Schaaf of Belarus. The battle continues between the two Dimitris, Malkin on the outside, Van der Schaaf on the inside. Van der Schaaf hugging those turns tight, while Malkin looks for some pace on the relatively clear outside waters. The two are locked in a dead heat. Malkin pulls ahead of the Belarus driver, opening a 4-boat length lead to move up a spot as Mohammed bin Qadri also gains on Van der Schaaf. But Van der Schaaf keeps up his pace on the inside. Van der Schaaf goes wide, and bin Qadri moves in sharp to try and sneak in on buoy number 2. The two go neck and neck around the buoy and enter a 500-meter drag race to buoy 3. This time, Mohammed bin Qadri has the advantage. Ahead of them, Pauletti makes another move on Ovchinnikov. Pauletti nudges ahead, he's on the inside. Can he hold off the Belarusian? Pauletti has it! Pauletti into the lead for the first time in the race in lap 16. The Italian now in command with 8 laps left in the race. It's been a titanic race-long battle between these two, Ovchinnikov holding the advantage for 16 laps before Pauletti found his chance and made his move to take the lead and gain the advantage for Italy. Ovchinnikov is feeling the pressure now as Malkin, the 4-time World Endurance Pneumatics champion from Russia, closes in on the Belarusian. Malkin goes wide, but he has the speed and he pulls away from Ovchinnikov, bumping the Belarusian down to 3rd. Great racing from Malkin. Before Ovchinnikov can scramble back, he suddenly has Mohammed bin Qadri on his starboard side. Team Malaysia tells him to push, push, push. Mohammed bin Qadri giving it everything he has, but Ovchinnikov not backing down either. Bin Qadri accelerates on the turn. He's now moved into 3rd on the 525-meter top straightaway, and then down the 255-meter shot to buoy 2. As for Pauletti, his lead is looking comfortable, unaware of the 3-way struggle behind him, as Ovchinnikov drops from 1st to 4th place within just a few laps. Bin Qadri in 3rd opens his lead with Ovchinnikov, whose troubles are compounded as his teammate Van der Schaaf moves to pass him. Behind them, Alfian bin Qadri makes another attack on Al-Kuwari as the two duke it out for 6th spot. The all-Belarus battle continues between Van der Schaaf and Ovchinnikov. But up ahead, Dimitri Malkin flips his boat. Malkin in the water. That's another yellow flag. The Osprey rescue team there in a flash. Malkin unhurt, but Russia's hopes are shattered. As the Russian boat is towed out, he had just 3 laps left. What a shame.
It's still too rough, and they've lost the pickle fork. And it caused to the crash because they said the boats became unstable and touched the water and barreled through this. Yeah, so I'm so upset because my driver did so well, started from 8 and he would run 2 in just 2-3 laps.
I don't know why.
And just with like.
With time running out and laps winding down, UIM race commissioner Luis Ribeiro decided the race would end on a yellow flag. Qatar UIM General Secretary Sami Abu Sheikha raises the checkered flag. Sprint Race 1 winner Stefano Pauletti of Italy. The runner-up is Team Malaysia's Mohammed bin Qadri, with Ovchinnikov taking third ahead of his teammate Vandyshev. Following Sprint Race 1, teams completed their final preparations, and after a brief interlude, the boats headed back out for Sprint Race 2. 7 boats lined up for Race 2, Pauletti in pole, Mohammed bin Qadri second, Dmitry Vandyshev stepped in for Ovchinnikov in third, and his brother Roman Vandyshev beside him. A better start this time from Pauletti. Khalid Al-Kuwari shot up the field on the first turn at the commitment buoy as Pauletti led the field down the 255-meter straightaway to buoy number 2. Mohammed bin Qadri of Malaysia kept his line in second place behind Pauletti as the boats came around the turn. Great start from Khalid Al-Kuwari, the Qatari shooting up into third place behind the number 12 Malaysian boat. Bin Qadri goes wide out of Pauletti's wake to try and get some speed to keep up with the Italian. Behind Al-Kuwari, Roman Vandyshev edges ahead of Alfian bin Qadri. Mohammed bin Qadri tries to keep within striking distance of Pauletti, while behind him, Roman Vandyshev closed the gap with Khalid Al-Kuwari, trying to overtake the Qatari on the 500 meters straightaway to buoy number 3. The Belarus driver saw his chance on buoy number 1, the two going neck and neck on the shortest straight in the course, Al-Kuwari on the inside, Roman Vandyshev fast on his outside. Al-Kuwari fending off Roman Vandyshev, but for how long? Pauletti has been having a dream event, winning the time trials, match race, and sprint race 1, and now he's on course for a clean sweep. Impressive stuff. But first he has to ward off the Malaysian challenge because Mohammed bin Qadri is not about to settle for second. Things are heating up behind them as Roman Vandyshev has a go at Al-Kuwari on turn buoy number 2, but Al-Kuwari successfully fends off yet another challenge. Stefano Pauletti has a very close call there, but he just manages to keep his boat down and take that tricky buoy at the bottom without letting bin Qadri through. He dealt with that very well, but bin Qadri now closing in, knowing Pauletti's not infallible. Behind them, the fight continues between Al-Kuwari and Roman Vandyshev. The Belarus driver makes his move on the outside of buoy 1, but Al-Kuwari holds on the inside before going wide.
Inside out, there you go.
Roman Vandyshev tucks in nice and tight. Now this is his chance. Al-Kuwari has a speed, but Roman Vandyshev has the inside advantage now. And the Belarusian has it. His race-long effort to overtake Al-Kuwari bears fruit on lap 9. The intense battle between Dmitry Vandyshev and Alfian bin Qadri is pushing them both closer to Al-Kuwari as the three of them head to buoy number 3. Dmitry Vandyshev reclaims 5th spot, coming very close on that turn, pushing Alfian bin Qadri even wider. Alfian bin Qadri tries to strike back, but Dmitry Vandyshev holds on. The clock is ticking away, the laps are winding down. Mohammed bin Qadri knows his chances are lessening, but with the quality of driving we've seen from Pauletti, he'll just have to hope for a freak mistake. But Pauletti is driving with a level of experience and self-confidence that belies his years, knowing that a single lapse of concentration could cost him and Team Italy dearly. The titanic struggle between Dmitry Vandyshev and Alfian bin Qadri continues, and bin Qadri takes that 5th position back from the Belarus driver. Roman Vandyshev is looking comfortable in 3rd place. Alfian bin Qadri sets his sights on Al-Kuwari as the Malaysian tries to overtake the Qatari. The two go neck and neck down that straight, barely anything between them, and Al-Kuwari uses his inside lane advantage to hold on to his position. The final lap, Bin Kadri's chance never came, and Stefano Pauletti completes a clean sweep of the event with a sprint race to win. Great stuff from this promising Italian talent. Team Malaysia well pleased with Alfian's performance, even though Al-Kuwari managed to come in fourth, which was some consolation for Team Qatar. Marco Gambi finishes the race in seventh, earning Team Italy crucial points. The final team standing sees Malaysia nab third place with 100 points. And the Grand Prix of Qatar goes by the narrowest of margins to Team Belarus, who beat Team Italy by just 1 point. What a result! Disappointment, however, for Team Russia. That concludes the first exciting round of the 2014 UIM Nations Cup World Series. See you in Putrajaya, Malaysia for an incredible round 2.